just like a rose. Everybody knows that you are so beautiful.
Hey guys, it's Janera, hairstylist and makeup artist, back with a new tutorial, and today I am teaching you a quick and easy way to create blisters and scars using items that I'm sure you have laying around the house right now. At no point in this video am I making light of people that have dealt with any kind of traumas. This video is all about the celebration of makeup and the cool things that you can do with special effects makeup. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's jump right into it. So now what we're going to do is we are going to sculpt and create the actual wound. What I'm going to be using today is school grade glue. It's going to work in place of a professional grade latex, which can be a little bit more expensive. This is a cost-effective method to creating a scar. So after you set down your glue, which pretty much creates the shape of your wound, I like to go in and add cotton around the glue, and that's going to create texture. That's also going to help to create depth of the wound. After you get your shape and you like what you got going on, I always add another layer of glue over top to adhere the cotton and the glue together. At this point, it's your final stage, so you kind of want to make sure that whatever you put in place is exactly where you want it to be, because after it dries, it's going to be hard to work with the product if not. And so as you see, I'm pulling some cotton off, making it really natural so it's not too chunky and it's really lifelike and realistic. And so depending on the kind of time you have, it can be done in under 20 minutes. So I just use a blow dryer on a low setting just to kind of speed up the process. As it dries, I make sure to stretch my fingers and stretch my hand just so it creates a rippled effect that happens when you naturally get a scar and it starts to wrinkle up around it as it's healing. After you have your scar in place, you love the shape, you like the way it's looking, you want to go in with a foundation. I'm going to be using Maybelline's Fit Me in 338, which is my fall winter shade. So I'm going to apply that to my hand just a little bit. A little dab will go a long way. I love this foundation, but you have to be really careful because it does not have a pump and it can run a little bit liquidy. And I'm just going to blend that foundation in. As you can see, because it's my fall winter color and it has a little bit of a yellow undertone, I felt that it was a little bit light for my hand. So what I decided to do was go in with my summertime shade, which is Bobbi Brown 7.5 Warm Walnut, and I added just a little bit more foundation on top of that just to make it a little bit more realistic and make it match my skin tone a little better. After you found your perfect shade of foundation for your scar, I just like to set it with setting powder. I'm using Black Opal and number 200. Now to the fun part, we are going to decorate the scar. So I like to start with a black eyeshadow. Black eyeshadow is going to help to create that depth as I mentioned earlier. And so the inside of my wound is where you would have your cut or your broken skin. And then after I fill in the black area, I go in around it and I add just a little bit of black eyeshadow just to create a bruised look. After I do that, I go in with a matte red shadow, just the overlay of the black, kind of to blend it in to make it more lifelike so that we got a little bit of bruising going on. And after that, I'm going to use a red matte lipstick. This was like a Nika dollar matte lipstick from like the beauty supply store. And I'm adding that because it just adds a little bit more of a dimension. It has more of a burgundy look than the red eyeshadow. And again, it's about creating that depth effect. After I added those three products together, two shadows and the matte, I'm going to use a clean brush as you see right here and just blend everything down together. Then I'm going to go in with a purple eyeshadow just to give it a little bit more of a bruising effect. just a little bit more natural. You know, when you get a bruise, it goes red and then it turns purple and then it starts to heal itself. So that's what I'm doing. I also add a little bit of green for effect. And after I have it colored in the way that I want or painted in the way that I want, I go back in with my clean brush and I blend everything down. Today I'm going to be using a fake basic blood. I got this from Party City for literally $2.99. This is the packaging and what it looks like. And I'm going to use this blood in the center of my wound. So it's almost as if it's a burn, and if your burn was to blister and then the blister was to pop, is kind of how this turned out. And what I like about this blood is it actually clumps like blood clots. And so I just use my finger to spread it out all over my wound, and that's pretty much it. It's really simple. All of these things, cotton glue and the eyeshadows and the blood, everything was under $10. I hope you enjoy it. I would definitely recommend you doing this technique on like your arms and legs and body area. If you were going to do this on your face, I would recommend getting a professional grade of latex because you don't want to put school glue on your face. But I mean, it's totally up to you. If you found this video helpful, be sure to thumbs it up. If you like my channel, make sure you subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down in the comment section below. And God willing, I will see you guys in my next tutorial.